Viewers, let's start with the big story of the day. Elections in two states with this massive bumper voter turnout. Tamil Nadu and first phase of West Bengal that recorded this bumper polling, with the Election Commission now saying that both states saw the highest ever turnout since independence. Let's take you through exactly what happened in West Bengal, recording a massive 93% voter turnout in phase one of the assembly elections, the highest ever. Back in 2021 assembly elections held during COVID pandemic, the turnout was approximately 82%. Now 93% of the 3.6 crore voters participating, more people voted in Bengal this election than in 2021. And this is also the voter turnout that has been the highest in the state that has been recorded ever since independence. So let's get you as far as decoding Bengal's 90+ voter turnout rate, and especially when it comes to certain areas is concerned. We'll be covering the districts there and making a comparison. How did it fare back in 2021 and now in 2026 as far as the first phase is concerned? Now, Murshidabad, as far as the total phases total is concerned, this is something that we have now covered, 82.3% during the COVID pandemic of 2021, and this massive 92.88 2026, that if we total up is about 93%. And this is where district wise, well, we'll give you this comparison of what was the voter turnout back in 2021 and to this 2026, because these districts are also very important. Murshidabad there, 2021, 85% to 93.61% for 4.55 lakh deletions during SIR, and this is considered to be a TMC stronghold. Remember, as far as the SIR issue is concerned, TMC has even approached the courts against this very exercise. Dakshin Dinajpur, 2021, 82%, 95.44% in 2026 elections. Now, this is a trend indicator for North Bengal, where BJP remains as a strong challenger. Then when we speak of Cooch Behar, this is a border district there, and the NRC narrative that matters a lot. So 85% back in 2021 to 96.04%. I mean, it is all in the 90s what we are looking at as far as in this first phase elections in 2026. It's a bellwether for the North Bengal trends as well, and considered to be a BJP pocket borough. Then when we speak of Malda, again where violence was reported before the elections, there is no fixed stronghold. Previously 84% in 2021 to this massive another 94.46%. Minority heavy electorate and multi-cornered battleground that is being witnessed. And in Birbhum, there has been a shift in the voter sentiment that seems to be likely. Previously 84%, and 2026 again 94.51%, and it is considered to be a TMC dominated district, and the damage to the TMC due to infighting. So when we talk about all of these districts, why do we play a major role? Because let's connect with a reporter on ground, because Shivam is there. Shivam has been following the election campaign. He's been speaking to the union ministers. Good morning, Shivam. Both sides have been claiming that high voter turnout means for the governing party, it means that the people are voting in their favor for the return of the TMC. However, the opposition, the BJP, believes that the people want a change in the government, and that is why there is a high voter turnout recorded.
Exactly, Amrita, and this has been the trend that we have seen earlier as well. Every party, according to their own convenience, tried to, manipulate and tell the voter turnout in according to their favor. But when it comes to the actual turnout that came in, there are multiple factors that underlying that can give you the results. First being the SIR, because the SIR deleted those voters who were maybe on the records, but they were not present, died, displaced people. When they were removed, so the overall number comes in, and that is why automatically the percentage increases. This is the factor. This is one of the factors. And yesterday, even Amit Shah also considered that, yes, this was one of the factors. But apart from that, we are also seeing the level of migration that happened throughout the nation. We are seeing from, central India to northern India, the people are coming back because, again, TMC was successful in creating a wave that their votes will be deleted if you won't vote. So one in their favor and one in BJP's favor is that what they can say is that the higher voter turnout means people are in a mood to change. People are in a mood now. There is a fatigue for the government. There's an incumbency which is currently in the entire state, and that is why it is happening. One crucial thing we also want to understand is that these seats, these 152 seats, majority of them fell into the North Bengal area, some in central and some in south as well. But North Bengal has been traditionally the vote bank in last election for the BJP. So the Gorkha sentiment that Amit Shah and other BJP leaders tried to, get into their favor is something that is also working in favor. It has increased.
Well, it's very hot. It's very humid. And right at the end of the April month, we are looking at these elections that has been taking place. But for this very reason, the Election Commission has come out to thank and salute the very people of Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, because this is exactly the example that has now been given up on how a democracy is shaped. Thank you very much, Shivam, for that update, because when we talk about this very sense of fearlessness that seems to have translated into this highest voter turnout since independence, the Prime Minister has now credited the poll body. But on ground, the Daro Mat message from the Union Home Minister cannot be ignored either. He has been relentless, he has been blunt, and in ensuring that there is a free, from fear voting. Because he's not just been campaigning, he's campaigning in Bengal, and this is when the elections in the first phase were underway. And the BJP headquarters, meanwhile, has turned into a full-scale war zone. Because even as phase 1 of voting was taking place, now clear warning shots were fired for the second phase of elections, where the BJP build-up has already begun.
मैं आज दीदी के गुंडों को कहकर जाता हूं, कान खोल कर सुन लो, 29 तारीख को एक भी मतदाता को उंगली भी लगाई तो आपकी जगह बंगाल की खाड़ी में होगी, बंगाल की खाड़ी में।
Now, this is coming at a time when Prime Minister Modi as well, because this is one of the least violent elections that Bengal has seen in the last 50 years. Unfortunately, violence is often associated with Bengal when elections take place. However, there were sporadic incidents, but what is more quite significant is the state in the long-scarred political bloodshed. Speaking of too much anger against TMC MLAs, ministers and strongmen, the Prime Minister not only predicted a win, he's rubbed it in saying that come 4th of May, the BJP would be celebrating not just with sweets, but with jhalmuri.
मैं जब से राजनीति में आया हूं, मैं शायद कह सकता हूं, पिछले 50 साल में ये पहला चुनाव ऐसा है जिसमें हिंसा कम से कम हुई है। वरना हर हफ्ता किसी को फांसी पर लटका देते थे और बोल देते थे आत्महत्या कर दी। यहां तो टीएमसी के विधायकों, मंत्रियों, लोकल नेताओं और इनके सिंडिकेट के खिलाफ इतना गुस्सा है कि कई जिलों में टीएमसी का खाता तक नहीं खुलेगा। मिठाई भी बंटेगी और जालमुरी भी बांटी जाएगी। वैसे मैंने सुना है कि जालमुरी ने भी कुछ लोगों को जन्नाटेदार झटका दिया है। जालमुरी मैंने खाई, लेकिन झाल टीएमसी को लगी है।
Well, jhal is something which the Prime Minister seems to be pointing out as something spicy. Now, in the other side, when we shift focus to